off. Or anything else you want to talk about?
Whatever, one of the things I'd like to talk about is that, since I'm on here, is my name is Heath Stroud, but since we've seen each other, Kenny,
been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. I've got this opposite character of Southern Mama that's going, not only because of some breakthroughs I've had lately, and finding out some things, but I've gotten a hold of Darren Knight, Southern Mama, and he's interested in this whole idea of getting in front of our youngsters and not having them be 40 and wondering why they exist, and why they have a purpose and whatnot. And so for me, the fact that I'm here because of examples out there like the Wilson brothers and like guys that I've seen through social media and not only have known as a kid, I'm able to do something like this. I never had the courage to do anything like this.
Why?
Well, because I ran to negativity. I ran to negativity because,
is music an outlet?
Oh, it's absolutely is.
Okay,
no question.
Well, I'll tell you what.
No question about it.
That's good for you.
And so not only that, but, I think for me, it finally, Taco Bell had that commercial, think outside the box.
Yeah.
No, don't think outside the box. Get
outside
the box.
There you go.
And so for me, I was in the box for so long because of, I guess, just ideals.
Yeah.
And then I got a hold of some people that did things different and kind of opened my eyes to some things. And man, I'm gonna tell you, ever since then, and to the discovery that I have two older brothers, and putting my life together with theirs, and just seeing that, man, because of some things and some choices, and it's nobody's fault. Everybody learns.
Did Chad and Kyle encourage you, or
Absolutely.
just watching them and
well, seeing their grind?
Oh yeah,
and knowing
work ethic.
And not only that, but social media nowadays can be used, obviously, just like anything else, in a positive light and in a negative light. It's all about how you're perceiving it. It's just like this. Like one of these people that told me, he's like, your attitude's like a airplane. It's got its pitch coming in, right? If its attitude's wrong, then so it's about how I'm looking at it. And I think for me, for the longest time, I just had a terrible attitude.
Is it better?
Oh man, I mean, honestly, it is. It really is, Kenny. I mean, I couldn't even have the courage to do. I would withdraw, And when you contacted me, and this is what it's about, once I got free of I think some chains that held me for a long time, and one of these things with this Southern dude, I feel like it's not really a character. And in simplest terms, you remember in simplest terms when we had in math, the teacher was like, put it in simple terms. I was the knucklehead that was like, why we got to? Well, first of all, because the teacher told us to. Second of all, because life's lived in simplest terms the best.
Hey, I live life.
I know you do.
I'm real
and
simple-minded.
so, I get it. And I think out there in the world, a lot of times, because of different things, we get yanked to complication. When in reality, we should be trying to keep it just as simple as possible.
I think.
And for me, honestly, I think that's where I was drawn to, that complication. Ultimately, growing up as a kid, as I look back, it was around me. And so I was drawn to it because that's what I knew.
But does music kind of help you?
Man, does it?
I mean, because I think you take that music and put it in a positive form.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I'm watching you play.
Yes, sir.
You kind of take it out on a guitar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, sir.
And that's a good
yes,
thing.
Sir. Yes,
sir.
Yes,
that's
yes,
a good
sir.
thing.
Well, and I think too, one of the things too that a couple of these songs that I played, everybody might not have heard, but there are people out there that have heard, and they're out there going, yeah, because the connotation around some of these bands have been negative, because of the communities and whatnot. But the reality is, that song From the Cradle that I sang is me. I got labeled, in a community because I was drawn to negative things. And what I want to do is turn that around and get in front of a young person and tell them, look, show them this. No matter if it's bad or not, or if it came out good, show them this, that, hey, no matter what your situation is, if you can get with some positive folks, some good mentors, and you want to do something, you can do it by Georgia.
Well, let me tell you something. You've heard me say this, whether it's on the front porch,
Right.
it's at Barnyard Jamboree. Surround yourself with good people.
Absolutely.
And good things will happen.
Right.
Simplify your life, too.
It's crazy. And so, you know, I mean, it's just been one of those things where it's been kind of shaky ever since because I dealt with all kind of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and one of the things for me, you know, was, you know, I got put a medical stamp when really my life was that medical stamp because of the range of the yanking between family dynamics. And so now that I had this breakthrough, and what I want to do, man, is get in front of a young man that's been in that range of emotions and let him know that, hey, you don't have to be confused as I was, because I was so confused about going for my dream. I looked like when Fred Sanford told Aunt Esther, said, I'm calling you ugly, sucker. I'll stick you in some face in some dough and make gorilla cookies. You know how she looked?
Oh, yeah.
That's how confused I was about going for my dreams because of this disconnection, you know, and if I had to do over, now that I know, I'll tell you how things are different with me. Is a couple Saturdays ago, whenever Auburn played Oregon, my stepdad called him Bug Williams, Elvin. They called me. He said, you want to go down here and pitch a load of wood with me? I said, man, let's go. And I never would have done that, Auburn kicking off. Never. And that's the difference in me today, is me and him can talk, and we couldn't because I had all this stuff going on because I'm playing today.
Let me tell you what, I ain't gonna pitch no wood with him. That's a working fool right there. Let me tell you what, live one day at a time.
That's right.
And live one dream at a time.
And you know, man,
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We can sit out here and talk